a wonderful opportunity this morning to hear from the Speaker. It's going to be hard to get her away from the throngs of admirers, but while she is moving to her seat, let me do a couple of acknowledgments. A number of the DNC officers and vice chairs are with us today, and so let me just acknowledge them. Mike Honda, who is a member of Congress from the 15th Congressional District of California. I'm going to bring Congressman Honda back up in a second. Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz from Florida's 20th Congressional District. Raymond Buckley, who's the vice chair and the chair of the New Hampshire Party, and vice chair and president of the Association of State Democratic Chairmen. Donna Brazil, who's our vice chair for voter registration and participation. There's Donna. If you didn't see, she was waving a New Orleans Saints baseball hat. Yeah. Andy Tobias, who has been our treasurer since 1999. I haven't seen Andy yet this morning. Is Andy here? He was here at all the events yesterday. DNC Secretary Alice German, who worked so hard to make these meetings a success. Alice can deal with everything, even 24 inches of snow. It's unbelievable. And then Jane Stetson, our national finance chair, was with us most of the day yesterday. I haven't seen her this morning. In addition, we're really fortunate to have Vice Chair Emerita Lottie Shackelford. Lottie, very glad to have you. Well, we are in a great place this morning to have the Speaker come and visit, and I want to bring Mike Honda up in a second to introduce the Speaker because they work so closely together. But before I do, let me just say a couple of words about the Speaker before I bring Congressman Honda up. I don't know that there's been a time when Congress has been doing such heavy lifts on so many important issues as this past year under her leadership. Again and again, when you see the President put out the big, tough challenges, not the small ones, but in this challenging economy, and there was good job news this morning. Unemployment rate down to 9.7. It sounds like, so move in the right direction. Long way to go, but that's good direction. But as the President has tried to promote these changes that we need to make, the House has just been rock solid, and I know you heard in that State of the Union how many times the President referred to legislation the House has passed and encouraged the other body to do the same thing. In fact, I think it was 5, if I was counting correctly. But the Speaker has just done enormous work in the caliber of the issues, the challenging issues that they're tackling, but also the workload. It's been super intense. I have been just sort of unusually blessed by graciousness on the Speaker's behalf ever since I got elected as Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and she and the leader and the head of the DGA asked me to do the State of the Union response in 2006, and I don't know what I did right, but I kind of feel like she's always kind of watched out for me in a very special way, and I really appreciate that, Madam Speaker. But to really give her the California introduction, how about this? Let's give her a DNC big round of applause to Speaker Pelosi for coming and being with us today. I want you to stand once more. She has to do that when the President, the President of the United States, everybody stands, and then she says, the President of the United States, everybody stands again. So in a minute we'll do that, but now let me bring up one of my vice chairs who I've gotten to be great friends, helped me in my campaign for governor, has helped so many Virginia candidates and candidates all over, this country, works very significantly on voter outreach, on API issues within the DNC, general all-purpose good counsel, Congressman Mike Honda. Give him a big round of applause.
Good morning. All right, that's the way we start. Thank you, Governor. Okay, I think it's safe to say that no other job in Congress has a difficult job as the Speaker, Speaker Pelosi. No one shoulders more responsibility in shaping debate and policy. No one, you can say that, no one else so devotedly listens to and weaves together the needs and demands of a large, diverse, opinionated, and often boisterous House of Democratic Caucus. and then so strongly advocates for all of us with the administration and the Senate. Nobody does that better. Nobody. No one spends more hours negotiating, no one stays up late deliberating, and no one spends more air miles campaigning than Speaker Pelosi. I know that because when I was campaigning, every time she calls me on the cell phone, "Oh, Mike, I'm going down the stairs of the plane, and I got you some money." Then it is no surprise that historians, pundits, friends, colleagues, and opponents consider our own Nancy Pelosi the most powerful speaker in history. It's because of the Speaker's tireless leadership and persevering dedication to getting things done for the American people. The legislative accomplishments of the 111th Congress are really extraordinary. Think about it. President Obama's Economic Recovery Act to create millions of jobs and cut taxes for the middle class. Historic children's health care legislation to provide coverage for 11 million children from working families. The landmark Waxman-Markey bill to limit greenhouse gas emissions and create millions of clean energy jobs in America. And on so many other challenges, from bringing reforms to Wall Street and acting to create jobs on Main Street, Speaker Pelosi never stops fighting for California and for all Americans. When the Speaker said after the House passed our historic jobs bill and just before winter recess, she said that she was willing and about to hit the campaign trail. And when she said that, I breathed a great breath of a sigh of relief, because we needed somebody with her brilliance and her legislative know-how and her strategies to be out there on the field in the campaign. Because I don't know of any other better campaigner than Nancy Pelosi. Nancy's vision and tenacity, resilience, patience, and poise will lead us into the next November elections. I watch her every day, and I don't think I've ever seen a look of anger in her eyes. It's always determination and asking, what is your problem? I know because she asked me once that. That was my first month. I learned quickly. So, my fellow Democrats, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce a fellow California Democrat, my speaker, your speaker, Nancy, the pugnacious, how do you say that? Pugnacious, the fighter, Pelosi.
Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much. Good morning. And good morning it is, as was indicated by the jobs figures this morning. Thank you, Mike Honda, for your very generous and insightful introduction. Let's hear again from Mike Honda, a great champion for the middle class, as he is vice chair of the DNC. Thank you to our great DNC chair, Tim Kaine, Governor Tim Kaine, a lifelong fighter for fairness in our country, a great leader. Aren't we proud of our chair of the Democratic National Committee? Alistair Mann, we go back over 30 years. Don't say that. Lottie, same thing. Lottie Shackelford. So we have some history here. Donna came along later, but her years are serious years. But thank you to all of you who are here, and I particularly want to acknowledge something I'm very proud of, the California delegation, especially our Dean, Roz Wyman, the Dean of our delegation. And one of the newest participants, my granddaughter Isabella, here with her mother. Christine Pelosi. I want to acknowledge that a member of our California delegation, of the DNC delegation, is now going to be the Speaker of the California Assembly, John Perez. Aren't we proud of that? I especially want to acknowledge some of my colleagues from the Congress who are here from California and beyond. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, your vice chair, our great leader in the Congress. We're so proud of Debbie Wasserman Schultz.